Have a question? Send me a voice message by going to anchor.fm/thesingersarsenal/message. That's anchor.fm/thesingersarsenal/message. I'd be really happy to answer your vocal questions. And who knows, you might get featured in a future episode of The Singer's Arsenal.
Yeah, it's the Singer's Arsenal. Singers only. Singer's Arsenal. Singers only.
Hey, you guys, it's Crystal Sherrill from Indie Artist School. Welcome to The Singer's Arsenal. Today, we're talking about 6 things that you can do to be prepared for your first vocal lesson. The first thing that you need to do is have a vocal goal. This is something you can think about now, even before you've ever even enrolled with a vocal coach. What is it that you want to accomplish with your voice? I mean, from a high level, meaning, do you want to do this as a hobby, or is this something that you're considering pursuing a career in? Is it that you want to increase your vocal range? Do you want to know how to belt? Are vocal runs a high priority for you? Or are you just trying to make sure that you can sing on key? What kind of things is it that you want to achieve with your voice? Having a good vocal goal in mind before you begin really helps your vocal coach cater your lesson plan for your voice. All right, the second thing that you need to do is make sure that you're ready to talk. I know that sounds weird, but you have to be comfortable with talking about what it is you want to do, as well as being able to describe what it is you want to sing. Even if you don't know everything up front, you don't have to know everything about your voice, but what are your likes? What are your dislikes? These are the things you need to communicate with your vocal coach. The third thing that you need to do to be ready for your first vocal lesson is be ready to work. You're not just singing a song and doing nothing. No. There are going to be vocal exercises and training involved. So it's going to take your preparation and presence of mind and commitment to be there and be ready to work. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to be fun, okay? Especially if you're getting your lessons with me. We're going to be having fun while we're working. But, make no mistake, it is work. All right. And the fourth thing that you need to do to be ready for vocal lessons is be patient. I can't stress this enough, you guys. Patience is key. You're not going to see results instantly, although there are some cases where if it's a technique that we're working on and there's a vocal exercise that I've created for you, a lot of my students do see instant results. But to get it to stick, to get it to stay, it's going to take training. It's going to take you having a little bit of muscle memory to remember what it is you did right. So be patient with yourself. Even if you get it right and I'm telling you, yes, that's exactly what you need to do, let's do it again. If you don't get it the second time, that's okay. Let's try it a third time. And if you can't get it in that lesson, let's make sure that we keep it in your lesson plan and make sure that you're working on it. And maybe next week you'll be able to do it more times correctly. I had a lesson recently with one of my students, and they had very high expectations of themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I could tell they were getting a little bit discouraged. And one of the things I told them was, hey, your goal is not to get it perfect all the time. Right now, I just want you to really pay attention to what it feels like when you do it right. The beginning is awareness. Okay. And then I want you to learn what it feels like when you're doing it incorrectly. And before you knew it, he was stopping himself. He was singing. He was like, oh, wait, nope. That was the old way. I was like, see, I don't have to tell you anymore. You just learned something. And then over time, he could do it correctly every single time. That's what I mean, you guys. That's what I mean when I say be patient with yourself, because the results will come, okay? And the fifth thing that you need to do is have a song or a few songs in mind that you would like to learn, that you would like to work on. I would say have some songs that you already know in your back pocket, as well as have some songs that you've never sung before that you can try to learn. There's some good benefits to doing both. One of them is if you choose a song you already know, it will help you build your confidence and comfort level in that first lesson so that you're not thinking about too much. And there's chances are quite a few things that you're probably doing correct, and that can help boost your confidence. But if you choose a song that's a little bit more difficult, there's some benefits to that too. What that does is it helps you have a goal to strive for, and you'll feel so proud of yourself and build so much more confidence when you find yourself doing something that you didn't even think was possible. All right, and then the next step, which is the last but not least step, is I want you to be committed to doing your homework. So if you're getting lessons and your vocal coach gives you some things to do them. I know the struggle is real. All right. You don't have to do everything all the time, but just carve out a little bit of time in the day to work on your voice. Okay. And doing that homework will really help you get the most out of your lessons. So with my students, I create a customized vocal plan for that student. And I'll tell you right now, I'm the same coach. Okay. And I'm troubleshooting the same way with each of my students. Although the actual instructions are different for each student because they have different issues, I am creating vocal plans for each one of them. Now, the students of mine who are diligent about doing their homework and doing their vocal exercises, those are the ones who are seeing the quickest, most long-lasting transformations with their voice. As a vocal coach, I can't do it for you, but I can give you the tools. So before you enroll in lessons, look, I'd love to have you, all right? But before you enroll in lessons, you got to check in with yourself. Can you be committed to doing the work? It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be all day long. But if you can say, yes, I will, and do it more than just the time I have my lesson, just make sure that you're actually committed. So those are the 6 things that you need to consider before you enroll in voice lessons and to be prepared for your first lesson. All right, let's go back over them, okay? Number 1, have a vocal goal. Number 2, be ready to talk. Number 3, be ready to work. Number 4, be patient. Number 5, have a song or a few songs that you would like to work on. And last but not least, number 6, be committed to doing your homework. All right. Before you think about any of this, you have to decide how much this really matters to you. Do you really want a better voice? Do you really want to do more with your voice? For a lot of people, the answer is yes. Now, there are going to be some things, some little obstacles that are going to get in your way that are going to tell you that you're not ready yet. So the first thing is being afraid that it's not going to work. That's a valid reason to not want to do it. But however, here's where it gets invalid. It's when you don't give it a chance, when you don't do the research, when you don't look into it and just assume that it won't work. Give it a shot. Take a look. You know, if you're scouting around for vocal coaches, take a look at their track record. Like, what kind of content are they putting out? Are they helping you already for free? Like, these are ways that you can tell, like, wow, what they're doing actually works. Maybe I can trust that what they're doing will work for me because I've tried this thing, I've tried that thing, and it was working. I just need accountability. I want to take my voice to the next level. I want to learn some more things about my voice. You know, if that's you, then you are ready. However, if you find yourself making every excuse in the book why you don't need lessons, like if you were to put a pros and cons list together, you don't even have any pros, then you're not ready, okay? Even if it's not true, it's your mindset. There's some things that you have to work on internally first before you're ready to be receptive to feedback, before you're ready to be committed and set aside time to work on your voice. So maybe you just need to take baby steps, watch a couple videos, listen to a couple episodes, give it a shot, try it, see how you feel, see see how you sound, record yourself singing, just sing for fun. Like maybe take some of the seriousness out of it first so that you can fall in love with it and realize like, hey, this is pretty cool, and then you can see if you can improve from there. And when you find out that you can, honey, then you're ready. Okay. Then you're ready. When you're like, wait a minute, I tried this and it worked. Yeah, then you're ready. Okay. Now there might be some obstacles. The most common things are, I don't have enough time. When you say I don't have enough time, what you're really saying is there are other things that I find more important than this. And I have so many of those other things that I don't have the time to prioritize this. Now you have to be honest with yourself. Is that true? Or are you saying, I'm not sure if I want to make the time? Truth be told, there's something out there that you're doing that's maybe not as productive. We're talking 1 hour out of your week. So you just have to decide, is this more important than watching an episode on Netflix? For some people, the answer is no. Let's be honest. If you think, no, this is not as important as Netflix, then you're not ready. You shouldn't do it. That's just the truth. But if you know that, hey, while I like to do these other things, this is more important, you just have to make the decision. You're not going to have any change in your life happen without you getting a little bit uncomfortable. Let's just be honest. So yeah, that's part of it. So if you're feeling a little uncomfortable, don't take that to mean that you're not meant to do this. Choose where this is on your priority list, and that will really help you decide if you're actually ready for lessons. And there is literally no shame. There is no shame in admitting like, hey, this isn't a priority. If it's not, be honest with yourself. But if it is, be honest with yourself. If you would like voice lessons, go ahead and book a free consult with me by going to my website, www.indieartistschool.com. I give virtual one-on-one private lessons on Zoom. I also have an online course called the Indie Artist Toolkit, where I teach you the beginnings of how to sing, as well as how to release your own music as an independent artist. That's indieartistschool.com. While you're on there, don't forget to subscribe to my email list so I can send you vocal tips directly to your inbox. That's indieartistschool.com. Also, thank you guys so much for supporting this podcast. I really couldn't do this without you. And honestly, some of you guys have taken it another step and you've been donating to support this podcast. If you would like to support this podcast, go ahead and visit anchor.fm/thesingersarsenal/support. Well, you guys, until next time, have a wonderful day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a singer.